guys, I'm Tanya and welcome back to my channel Project Podium. First of all, I want to apologize because I did not post a pre-race vlog for the Japanese Grand Prix. I generally post a video on Thursday or Friday and then one post-race. However, in this video, I will be discussing a lot of things. Stuff I liked about the Japanese Grand Prix, stuff I did not like, some controversial hot takes, and trying to figure out where the fuck Formula 1 is heading. So welcome to my video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and hype, because I'm really trying to make good content for everyone. So first of all, I want to start this video with Thursday. Now, Thursday Media Day was very interesting, but there are two things that happened on Thursday. First of all, there were a lot of speculations on the Mercedes front wing. A lot of pictures were circulated in public between the Chinese Grand Prix and the Japanese Grand Prix. In the Chinese Grand Prix, Mercedes was basically illegal. I'm going to explain this in three parts. First of all, what is the regulation and how Mercedes basically impeached it. Now, the regulation for the 2026 season is that the wing has to move only in two phases, which is open and close, and the time between opening and closing has to be 0.4 of a second max. This is what the regulation says. Now, the photos that have circulated of Mercedes from China to Japan is controversial and basically illegal. So Mercedes's front wing was opening in not two but three phases. So this is the front wing. It is closed now. It's supposed to go this. Okay, this is what the regulation says. Now, Mercedes engine was closed, snap, open. Okay, so it was taking more than 0.4 seconds and it was opening in three phases, which is basically illegal. And this is what was happening in China. And a lot of teams saw that this happened. And they went to the FIA and told the FIA that, hey, this is not cool. Talk to Mercedes about it and disqualify them. And FIA was like, okay, fine, we'll look into this. And that's the time we saw this news that, FIA is looking into Mercedes, maybe they were illegal and blah, blah, blah. Now, when the FIA spoke to Mercedes basically gave a statement saying that it was not of intention, they did not want to cheat, they're not illegal, and they blamed it on hydraulic control settings, and they said that that's exactly why Kimi Antonelli was complaining during qualifying and practice, and George Russell was also struggling in qualifying, and that's why we went through this issue. It was nothing intentional and we're sorry. And the FIA said, okay, we understand that it is 2026, it's a new regulation and we're very early on in the year, so we forgive you. I mean, it's open to interpretation. I personally feel that they should have been disqualified because the rule is a rule and you already have an illegal engine and then you have an illegal front wing, and the FIA is just quiet about it. So it is extremely questionable. Another thing that was super controversial about Thursday was actually Max Verstappen. I don't know if you guys know the story, but in 2025, there was an English journalist who basically asked Max Verstappen a question after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And he told Max Verstappen that you lost the championship by 2 points. Is it because you lost control and you were a bit pissed off at the Barcelona Grand Prix and you had that moment with George Russell? And then he gave like this grin, and Max Verstappen absolutely hated that, and he refused to answer the question and he was a bit rude, and then he took his revenge in Suzuka on Thursday Media Day by asking the journalist to leave, and he told the journalist and the media personnel at that setting that he's not going to give an interview till the time the journalist leaves, and the journalist had to leave. Now, I'm a Max Verstappen fan. I really look up to that guy and I feel he's not a bad person at all. But over here, I feel it was Max Verstappen's fault. The journalist was just doing his job. It's his job to get spicy news. And he asked a question to Max Verstappen which was related to racing. And Max Verstappen asking a person to get out before he starts, I think it's a little arrogant and it was not supported. Okay, so now I don't know if you guys watched the practice, and honestly, I'm not enjoying Formula 1 these days, so I had to watch the practice because I create content on Formula 1. But if you haven't watched it, let me tell you that practice literally was divided into two things. First of all, drivers were losing control and pace, and second of all, it was only about super clipping, which I'm not enjoying at all. Super clipping as a word, as a phrase, I'm not enjoying that much these days. Anyway, qualifying was pretty blah as well. Mercedes was dominating, and yeah, Charles, which is the king of qualifying, is not the king anymore because they're not being able to push to the limit. Now, what happened in the race is also something divided into three parts. So first I'm going to talk about a summary. Kimi Antonelli has won the race, and I think he drove exceptionally, followed by Oscar Piastri, who was driver of the day for me, followed by Charles Leclerc, who I think is the only one who gave us some real racing and some real overtakes over Russell and Hamilton, which was fun to watch. Max Verstappen was struggling, Gasly was amazing, Bortoleto was great, and Ollie Behrman and Colapinto, I will be talking about that in detail as well. So first, let me talk about Kimi Antonelli. Now, Kimi Antonelli has drove exceptionally well. He had a really bad start, I agree with that, but then he overtook, he was really pushing to the limits. He was 3/10 faster than Russell in both qualifying and in race in the same car, and I think he's a real threat to Russell right now. I don't know how many mistakes he's going to make in the European League, but Japan was literally his day, and he has done exceptionally well. Oscar Piastri was the driver of the day for me, as I explained before. He had a great start. It was amazing to see that McLaren and Ferrari, both of them, had equal starts. Maybe McLaren is back. But one thing that I really managed to learn about McLaren this race was that they were struggling with the Mercedes power unit in the first two races, and I think now they have found the rhythm. I mean, Mercedes has given the power unit, but how to use it is on you, and I think now McLaren has learned how to do that. And McLaren, on the other hand, is not just a team who has like a one-off race. It is a team that regularly has won championships, is a legacy. The graph of McLaren always goes up, so I'm excited to see what McLaren does. And if I was Mercedes, then honestly I would have been a little bit scared. Now, talking about Charles Leclerc, who I feel was amazing in Suzuka. He has given us two amazing overtakes, one over Hamilton and one over Russell, and that was the only kind of racing that I probably watched. But it tells a lot of things about Ferrari in general. The things that I learned about Ferrari in Suzuka was that it is still struggling, and it is still struggling with the hybrid, and I think Ferrari has 5 weeks now. They need to figure it out if they really want to fight against probably McLaren and Mercedes both, and they want to fight for WCC, then they really need to figure it out, because there is something in that Ferrari that is definitely not working for both of them. Before I get into the very important parts, I want to talk about Williams. Now, I have also seen some stuff about Williams in the Suzuka Grand Prix, is that their car is basically jumping either from the head of the car or the back of the car while it's going in corners, and I think that's the reason why Williams has not found its rhythm. I feel absolutely sad for that team, because I was really excited to see them in 2026. It was a project that they're really working on since a while, but for Williams, I think it's just not working out, and it's just sad to see the team struggle so much. Now, coming to the part of the video that I have been waiting for. You must have seen that I sound super pissed. I'm not having fun making this video, and it's because the sport has lost what it was meant to be. What we saw in the race between Colapinto and Oliver Behrman was utter shit. And I'm not saying that it is Oliver Behrman's fault or Colapinto's fault. Yes, it was a little bit Colapinto's fault, but this is what happened. Colapinto was slowing down, and either he was lifting and coasting, or he was super clipping, or he just shut his engine. It does not matter, but he was slowing down. And as soon as Oliver Behrman was coming from behind, Colapinto took a little bit of swirl to the left, and while Colapinto was slowing down, Oliver Behrman was literally boosting because he was in overtake mode. Now, when he was supposed to go like that. Colapinto moved, swirled to the left a little bit, and Oliver Behrman did not know what to do, and he just hit not the barriers but the grass, and then he was in the barriers with a 50G crash, and it was just pathetic because that's not how it was supposed to happen. And this is why the new regulations are not working out, because you are literally in full throttle at that time, and all the drivers are so confused. They don't know what to expect. And yes, I do say that it was a little bit of Colapinto's fault, but it is more about the new regulation fault. And Carlos Sainz has been talking about it all this while. He's been very vocal that this is not fair. Max Verstappen has been saying that it is not racing, and why are people really hating me because I'm saying that this is not racing. Hamilton is really liking it for I don't know what reason. I mean, I think he has his days when the car is good, he's like, oh my god, I love this racing. But when the car is bad, he's like, oh my god, these regulations are not working out for me. Lando Norris liked it first. Lando Norris also does not like it now. Formula One is not Formula One anymore. And I think FI has 5 weeks now to figure it out, because I'm sorry, if this is how it's going to be, then we're all going to lose interest, because we are buying a season pass to watch fucking racing. We're not buying a season pass to just seeing cars deploy their battery and just like try to overtake when they have, but I don't even know what the fuck is going on. And you know what's the thing that I miss the most about Formula One? Is the qualifying. Qualifying used to be my favorite day. I liked qualifying day more than race day because there was so much adrenaline. The drivers were pushing to their limits. Charles Leclerc was just showing why he is the Charles Leclerc. But in the new Formula One, qualifying is so boring. I mean, I don't even feel like watching qualifying anymore. I can just open Instagram and learn what's happening in qualifying. And the good part about the new regulations, also, it's not like all bad. I can tell you what I also like about it, that we saw some overtakes in Suzuka where you generally don't see. We saw that Russell and his engineers were playing mind games with Charles Leclerc, but Charles Leclerc was really smart to understand and not get scammed by Mercedes, because they were talking about like saving battery and all that on the radio, and they were trying to confuse Charles, but yeah, that, which was really cool. But then, you know, Suzuka's first 3 corners are very interesting, especially turn 1. And I feel that the new regulations have just finished the magic of the first 3 corners. And Suzuka in general is such a boring race. Like, you watch the race, you finish the first lap, and then you sleep and you wake up and the race is over. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm a little disappointed. And as a Formula One fan who's been making content and really reading about everything, I'm not enjoying this. And if the FI does not come up with anything new, then I am sorry. Either we're going to lose a lot of Formula One drivers, and I think that Carlos Sainz would be one of them as well, or we're just going to lose the sport. Max Verstappen planning to retire by the end of 2026 because these regulations are not working out for him. I agree. I totally agree. Why not? I mean, he is wanting to get into other. He's already racing in GT3. He's already doing so much more. He's making careers in sim. Why would he do Formula One when he's achieved what he wanted to achieve, which was basically championship? People respect him. He has more fans now than he had probably 2 years back, or in 2023 and 2022. He doesn't need to prove himself anymore. Everyone knows that he is the GOAT, or one of the GOATs. But I don't disagree with Max wanting to retire. And I would not even disagree if Alonso or Carlos Sainz want to leave the sport, because they rather race somewhere else than race in Formula E1. That's what Formula One is now. And I'm not really, like, I don't know. I'm not even like vibing with the video, but let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And I am sorry, but I am very disappointed as an F1 fan.